What's up, y'all? I'm too much in your face right now. Switch it like that. What's going on? Welcome to this impromptu edition of the Big Time Show that is being seen and heard everywhere. Uh, I know I said I was not coming back on this week unless I was with everybody else, but we have breaking news. I know most of you have already got it on your phones and all that type of stuff. We have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news. I hope that whoever's coming in here will share. Know this is lunchtime. Hope you guys will share as you come in. Hit the like button for me, if you will. I will not be long at all today, at least for this moment. I'm quite sure that you'll be hearing about this throughout the day, definitely this weekend. But news just came out a few minutes ago that we have a person that will not be playing on Sunday, and that is one Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs has reportedly had an accident at home, and at home, he got a concussion. I'm sharing. I just wanted to put that out there and let it just marinate for a little bit before I go on my tirade. Let me say it one more time. He got a concussion. Well, first of all, he was at home, and at home, he had an accident at home. And from the accident at home, he got a concussion at home. And because he got a concussion at home, now he won't be playing this Sunday. I'm gonna say it one more time because some things are just so unbelievable that you have to be repetitive and just say it over and over again to it some type of way it kind of makes some type of sense to you, if it can make sense, I may add. But let me say it one more time, y'all. He was at home. If you don't mind, will you type that in? If you don't mind, come on, help me. I almost feel like I'm preaching almost because I'm being so repetitive. But he was, y'all know where he was at, right? He was at home. He was at home, and and he was at home, you know. And at home, he had an accident. Things happen at home sometimes. I understand that. I understand that. It happened at home. And from the accident at home, he now has a concussion that he received. You got it, at home. And now he can't play on Sunday. At home. Look, I wish y'all would. It happened at home. Uh, I wish y'all. It happened at home. What's up, Joe? I see you. I appreciate that. I'm typing it out. I'm having a problem right now. See, Joe Diggs just got hurt at home. Okay. Did Trayvon Diggs just got hurt at home? He's out for Sunday. He's out Sunday, and he hurt himself at home. Mm. I need y'all. I need you to feel this. Let me get my stuff together because I'm fit to say something and then I'm gonna get off the air. I'm about to say something real quick. I'm getting ready to say something real quick, and then I'm gonna get off live because I didn't. It's not my intention to be here long at all. I really wasn't coming on, but then I got the breaking news that said that this dude hurt himself at his house, and Joe, to make a long story short, he hurt himself at the house, had an accident, as the report says from Bleacher Report. John Makota of the Athletic says that he had an accident at his home on Thursday night and suffered a concussion that would keep him out the matchup with the Commanders on this Sunday. And in his reporting, he put the word accident in quotation marks. Mitchell, thank you for popping in. Mr. Mitchell White, thank you for popping in. Listen, let me just go on kill it all because some of y'all at work, y'all ain't got time for all this built up drama that I got in me right now. Let me just go on, just say it now. Let him stay at home by giving him his walking papers then. See, we ain't got time for this young and the restless, bold and the beautiful. You got to call it like it is. I know we got the worst defense in the league. I know that we got some guys that have been Pro Bowlers and all pros. I understand that. And we let go of Micah and everybody saying, why in the world you did that? And then you start talking about Diggs and you start talking about Bland and you start about, listen, if you don't want to be here, stay at home. Since you hurt yourself at home, since you got your, how in the world do you get a concussion? I wish y'all would type in at home. How do you catch a concussion? I mean, I got ways in my head right now, but I'm just saying it. At home, what are you doing? Did something fall from the sky and bust you at the top of your head? At home, I mean, it ain't no. How folk gonna know what happened to you? Ain't nobody seen nothing. They just going by your word and at home. I mean, we don't have time right now for young and the restless, bold and the beautiful, dynasty, Dallas. We don't have time for law and order type drama and all this mess on it. We're trying to win a football game. See, I'm gonna let everybody else take it a different way. I don't care if the man really did hurt himself. We just ain't got time. If you gonna get look at y'all, he didn't get a concussion on the field by hitting nobody. I wish y'all would hear me. He got a concussion. I wish somebody would type it in. What's up, Luke? I wish somebody would type it in. He got a concussion. Somebody type in at home. He didn't hit nobody. He didn't touch nobody. I mean, it wasn't cause of a head-on-head collision. It wasn't cause somebody hit him across. He got a concussion at home. How do you get So when Jerry Jones comes out and says whatever he gonna say, look, I'm sorry. I mean, exactly. Look, if you're setting it up, you see, he ain't been right since Michael left. No, I'm sorry. He hadn't been right ever since they took his money from him from not coming to Dallas and working out, and you know, the staff didn't get their hands on him to see where he had and all that. He came back and played. Then you top it off that his best friend Michael Parsons left. He hadn't been right. So when we start using the term all in, a legitimate question can be asked about Trayvon Diggs about being all in. We're talking about mentally. I applaud him from getting back on the field. I'm cool with that. He worked hard. He got back on the field. You know, everybody say he's not his best or whatever, but he's on the field. He's trying. He's better. But you got to be mentally in too now. You got to be mentally in the game. This dude ain't been mentally in since the offseason began. If y'all want to know the truth. And now, at home, where ain't no cameras except the cameras in his house. He the only one got access. He the only one that got access to well, I hope he is. The only one that got access to, you know, probably cameras inside his house. And then all of a sudden, the Cowboys get a phone call, obviously. And Trayvon now says he has a concussion. An quote unquote accident at home. I wish y'all, see, ain't nobody done it yet. I wish somebody, I'm trying to, at home. Y'all understand? Not on the field, where a concussion is more likely to happen. A concussion can happen rather quickly on the field. There ain't too many people walking around that said they got a concussion. Y'all got it at home. I ain't never heard it. This is the first time I ever had. This may be the only time in the history of the NFL where the injury reports will say that a person got a concussion. I wish y'all would help me say it. At home. I ain't never heard it. I've heard about concussions on the field. I've heard about concussions in the car or car accidents, and I've heard about basketball concussions. I've heard about even guys get hit with baseballs in the top of their head. I've heard about concussions like that. In hockey, the way them guys hit each other, I've heard of concussions in hockey. I ain't heard about no concussion at home. The reason why I'm gonna miss the football game is that I had an accident at home. You know, we'll never know. I'm quite Diggs will have some explanation. I'll be anxious to know. I would love to know what happened. What dropped on his head? What did he walk looking one way and banging his head against the wall while he was walking looking the other way? Did he bang his head on the headboard, or you know what happened? Did he slip? Was he in the shower and he fell and he banged his head on the tub? What happened? What happened? What happened? All I know is, according to the report, it said he had an accident at home. Let me say this, man. And thank y'all, all y'all hit the like button if y'all don't mind. Let me just, Lou, are you still here, Lou Tate? Lou, are you still here? It happened. Come on, Lou, help me out. It happened at home. It I almost need to put on a comedy show right here, cause this is straight up comedy. Diggs will be the only person on the injury report in the entire NFL that will have something like this. You ain't gonna see this. This don't happen. This just don't happen. Nobody has this type. Nobody has this type of stuff on the injury report. Nobody. I ain't never heard of it. That you got a concussion. Help me real quick. At home. At home. At home. You ain't even going full speed. At home. What are you doing so bad that you catch a real concussion? You have a momentary lapse where you don't know either where you are, you don't know who you're looking at, you have a loss of 2 seconds or so, and your head is rattled. What are you doing so bad that you have a full concussion? That now you got to miss a huge game coming up. What in God's name at home are you doing? What is it? What in the world are you doing at full speed to acquire a concussion at home? I'm trying my best. I know accidents can happen. I know right above my head right now in my home, I got stuff hanging above me. I got a ceiling fan it's hanging above me. If it fall, I'm quite sure if it fall on my head, I'm gonna say ouch. Might cut my head a little bit, something like that. But I don't know if it's gonna give me no concussion. I'm just saying, I know things can happen at home. I got downstairs. I got stairs in my house. I can go down the stairs, trip, fall, might hit my head. If they do it, there's a great possibility that I might have a concussion. I get that. There are things that can happen at your home. Y'all got stuff all that. Things can happen. I got plenty of walls in my house. I can not be looking one way, go the other way, and banging my head against the wall. Guess what? I might cut myself, but I ain't running into the wall. I'm just walking. My body probably gonna hit the wall first. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world could you be doing that you get a full concussion? I wish y'all would help me finish this up. You get a full concussion at home. I wish y'all, I need some help. Maybe y'all can come up with some scenarios. I'm trying to justify it because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hear nothing. This time, let me go and get fast forward a little bit. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all talking about Jerry Jones, y'all talking about Stephen Jones selling out the players in the media. Not for this one. No, Lordy. Let them say what they want to say. I'm with Jerry. Because I know he going to have something to say. It's coming. It's coming. Stephen, whoever else. The only one that ain't going to ride, put him under the bus is probably Coach Schottenheimer. That's all they going to say. That's about the only one. I guarantee you, Eberflus ain't going to be too happy. Oh, he been waiting for this moment. Oh, shoot. You think he talking about grits? Oh, my God. Eberflus been waiting for this. See, Eberflus already know. And what we're kind of finding out, Ty Church, who's on here, Ty Church been telling me for the last couple shows, Diggs don't want to be here. I think it's kind of confirmed now, if you ask me. Just from the outside looking in, no, I don't have the facts. No, I don't know what happened. I'm just telling you the vibe because this sounds too petty. It sounds too elementary for something like this to happen. That you get a concussion at home. It just sounds like a guy who really is just all out. He just here, kind of like beast mode. He just here so he don't get fined, and he just here to make sure he get a check. You ain't all in. That's what it's starting to feel like. You know what I'm saying? Why does Eberflus come at him in the media talking about, I don't want like no grits? That's a shot to Diggs. Why Diggs saying this? Why Coach Eberflus? Because maybe Eberflus know what we starting to find out. That he's not really involved. He's really not all in. Maybe that's what's going on here with Diggs. If he did, now look, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. My brothers in here, I got content creators that's gonna be saying whatever they gonna say. I'm putting my neck out here real quick. You ain't got to agree with me. So be it. If you crying after Michael Parsons, call the Green Bay Packers, beg Michael to join in the front office and say, come get him. Go get him. Forget what I was talking about yesterday. Forget what a lot of people talking about trading for George Pickens. Forget trading for George Pickens. Get Diggs out of here. Get him out. Get him out. Because it's going to be hard to convince me. I'm sorry. And I know these folks lie and dress up stuff and all that. It's going to be hard to convince me, y'all. I'm just here to tell you. I'm one that's already on there. You know what? I mean, this is cream puff mess. As big of a game as this is on Sunday, I understand things can happen, but I ain't never heard of this. I ain't never heard of this. I ain't never heard of this. And I'm quite sure I ain't gonna hear about it. I've heard of accidents at home. Somebody sliced a hand with a knife, by accident and stuff. I've heard of those. Somebody step on some glass or step on something at the house. And I've heard of that. I ain't never heard nobody giving no dang concussion to themselves at home. I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of that. I'm not saying it's not possible. I ain't never heard of it. I've never heard of it. It's always something with the Dallas Cowboys. One way or the, as much as everybody talk about Stephen A. Smith, one thing he did get right. What does he always say? Just wait. They will find a way to mess things up. He ain't lied about that. Stephen A. Smith didn't lie about that, y'all. And sometimes the truth hurts. Stephen A. Smith didn't lie about that, y'all. Just wait. Just wait. They will find, it's almost like they will invent new ways to mess stuff up. And we just got a prime example of it today. This is unbelievable. It is. I ain't never heard of this in my life. Been watching football a long time, played football. I ain't never heard of this. I understand concussions on the field. I get that. I ain't never heard nobody get no concussion at home. This is Sesame Street, Nickelodeon, Electric Company, Big Bird, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood type petty mess that Trayvon Diggs is proven to me. He ain't got to prove it to y'all. Y'all give him a chance if you want to. That's fine. I ain't got no problem. To me, I'm done. I'm not taking away his talent. I'm not saying he's not a good player. If he plays, I cheer him on. But I'm saying, look, don't get rid of this headache. Don't get rid of it. Joe said who taking his place Sunday. Got a few guys. You got Elam. You got Reddy Stewart. You got Carson is coming back. I don't know if they're gonna throw him in the fire like that. Not the way he started, but whoever it is a backup. Too big of a game, man, to come out with some stuff like this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this, y'all. I don't even care if it's legitimate. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Carson, that's what I say. Yeah, it's gonna be Elam. If I put money, it'll be Elam starting there, since he's considered to be probably the third cornerback anyway. I just this is just totally ridiculous. Exactly. There you go, Ty. See see, this is my feeling. Now you don't have to feel the way me and Ty Church feel. You don't have to feel that way. You don't. And you may be right, and myself and Ty may be completely wrong. But this is just the way we feel. Because see, in between the lines, I'm sorry. If it walk like a duck and talk like a duck, it's a duck. And what I'm looking at is telling me that this dude really don't want to be here. All signs point to it. Send him on over there with Michael. Send him on over there with his best friend. He ain't been right since then. Send him on over there with him. Bye. Bye. Cause the last thing we need is a guy that who can play, but you ain't mentally mentally in the fight with us, and then put you on the field. You don't care. Well, I don't need you on the field. I'd rather have somebody in there that's trying, and they may get their brains beat out, but at least I know they're gonna be really trying to get it done. I ain't got time for guys who trying to find excuses why they ain't gonna play. I don't know what's going on. You ain't all in, man. Go on. You take it whatever they giving you for concussion. Stay at the house. Yeah. Stay at the house. Don't be on the sideline Sunday. I don't even want to see you in a jogging suit. Stay at the house. Act like the light get to your eyes and make your head hurt. Do something. Just act like too much noise will have your head ringing or something like. Just stay at the house. Don't even come. Stay at home. Don't even come to practice today. Don't just stay at the house. Don't show up. Stay your tail at the house. We don't want nobody to scream too loud, and then your head start hurting a whole lot more. Stay at the house, Diggs. Since you got a concussion, yeah, exactly. What's up, Coach Mar? I don't want to hear it no more. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing about Diggs. I stay at the house. Don't come to the game Sunday since you got a concussion at home. At home, y'all. At home. Since you had an accident at home. I ain't never heard of this. A concussion at home. What in God's name are you doing to get a concussion? But anyway, listen, if you that messed up to where you got a full out concussion that you gonna miss because you had an accident at home. One more time. At home. Since you doing that, stay at home. Don't come to the game Sunday, because if you got a concussion, then you don't need no migraine. You don't need no loud noise that might mess your head up even more. We don't. Is you that your head that messed up when you got a concussion? Stay at the house. Don't come to practice. Don't. Just stay at the house. Watch your buddy Michael Parsons on Sunday at home. Watch him. And I'm going to say it like this. Y'all, some of y'all going to be mad. Some of y'all going to be frustrated that when these reporters ask Jerry or Steven Jones, I ain't saying Coach Schottenheimer ain't going to sell his players under the bus. But when Jerry and Steven give him somewhat of a smug answer. Also, let me throw Eberflus in. When he have his press conference next week, don't be surprised if you hear a little zest in their voice when they start talking about Diggs. Don't be surprised if you feel a little tension when they start talking about Diggs. And don't be surprised if one of them put Diggs under the bus. Don't be surprised. And guess what? It better be something crazy. Because see, Jerry already knows. By now, Jerry already knows what's going on. However the way he hurt himself, he already knows. And if it ain't, right, they're going to say something about it. It's going to come out. And they're going to be justified. Let me go and tell you that right now. They're going to be justified in saying whatever it is they're going to say. Because we ain't never in history heard about somebody getting a concussion at home. We ain't never heard that. We ain't never heard it. On the field, yes. In a car accident, yes. In an accident on the job, yes. We've heard of concussions happening in multiple sports. We understand that, but we ain't never heard. If you have, type it in. But I ain't never heard of nobody getting a concussion, full-out concussion, at home. This little petty mess has got to end. Let Diggs go, man. I'm on the train now. I'm on the train. I wasn't there last week. I wasn't there as of 35 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. I wasn't there then. I'm here now. Exactly. I already said that, Coach Ma. I could get it if he was on the field by hitting somebody, dead in their chest or hitting them. On the football field, concussions are expected. What's not expected is that you get a full-out concussion. You lose memory for 1 or 2 seconds. You lose something, or if not longer, you lose where you are. You don't remember stuff at home. What in God's name happened at home? That this dude gonna miss the game on Sunday. What did he hit? What did he hit at home? What failed and hit him in the head at home? What happened? Did he? I'm just throwing stuff. Everybody gonna tell the truth. Did he have a bad night at home? Was he with a young lady of his choosing, and he ticked the young lady off, and she busted him in the top of his head? I'm just saying. That can happen. Now you can get a concussion at home from that. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You understand? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Now you have sometimes where you do a young lady wrong, and the young lady may get a little extra, and she might bust you in the top of your head. That has happened. Now, I ain't saying it happened to me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I've heard of it. During my years of counseling and stuff like that, I've heard of accidents can happen at home. That between that type of stuff. I'm just trying to find, because it got to be a good answer for you to get a concussion. Help me say it. At home, it's got to be something great that have happened. Something real big for you to lose memory for a couple seconds or longer, and you got a concussion. Help me say it, y'all. Please. At home. Y'all hit this like button for me, because it's funny to some of y'all. I understand. And it's starting to crack me up too, but seriously, y'all. Like what happened? Trayvon Diggs, like Coach Marv said, look, y'all. Trayvon Diggs ain't never had a concussion on the field. That sounds real soft. You ain't never had a concussion on the field, but you had a concussion. Y'all come on, help me. I'm about done. He had a concussion. Y'all come on. At home. Well, y'all please type that in for me real quick. It ain't gonna take you but a couple seconds. I ain't even asking for I forget the cash app. Don't worry about the cash app. Don't worry about the stars. Don't worry about the super chat. Don't worry about that. I just need you just to type in those six letters. At home. That's where it was. Matter of fact, I'm finna do it myself, because I'm gonna join in. Let me put this on. Let me put this on. It just ain't making sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't got to type it. I'm gonna type it myself. At home. At home. At home. It's at home. I wish somebody would just don't. At home, Ty. At home. Something that just ain't making right. It ain't making sense. It ain't making sense to me. At home. I wish y'all would help me type. Don't leave me and Ty up here by ourselves. Please don't. I know some of you are hurt, because y'all know it don't make no sense. Neil, good question. I say the pettiness. Good question, Neil. He said, do you think they told him that he was not starting, and then the story they made up? I don't think him and Eberflus get along well. That's kind of obvious. And maybe that may be the case, which makes it even more extra petty. So sit this extra petty tail down. That's a great question, Neil. That's a great question. Maybe that's what happened. It ain't the first time. They didn't start him a couple weeks ago. And maybe they said, man, you gotta sit down. You ain't right. And he said, oh, okay, I got something for you. I'm gonna make sure I don't play. If that is the case, keep his petty tail at the house. Let him stay at home. And Jerry should be on the phone right now, trading him right now. And what Neil said, which makes kind of sense, Saint, you just coming in. The bottom line there's a report that says that Trayvon Diggs had a concussion at home. He's under concussion protocol. He had an accident, they said, at home. And he had a concussion. He acquired a concussion at home. The theme of this podcast today is at home. He had it at home, and he's gonna miss the game on Sunday because of the concussion that he acquired. You caught up now, Saint. Since you asked what happened, Saint, I need you to type it in real quick. I need you to get in. Come on, get in the crowd. Just type in at home. Just type that in. Just type it in. He got hurt at home, not on the field. A concussion out of all the things in the world. Not that he stepped on something at the house. Not that he cut himself accidentally with a knife and sliced his hand up. Not that he fell at home. Not he got a concussion. Saint, you ain't typed it in. I need you, brother. Since I done told you what done happened. He had it at home. There you go. Yeah, exactly. See, even you getting it. That's why you put the emoji up. At home. At home. Now you get it, Saint. Now, what kind of sense did this make? And what Neil said, Saint, I've been on kind of like a comedy show ever since. But what Neil Down just said may be something that we may need to consider. Not saying that we know it's true or not, but catch up, Saint. This is what Neil said. Do you think they told him that he was not starting? And this is the story that they made up. Saint, a couple weeks ago, he didn't start against the Jets, if I'm not mistaken. Trayvon couldn't have been too happy about that. He got playing time, but he didn't start. That was the solution. And then, of course, we had the bad game last week, and now Diggs has been the one that's been outspoken on the scheme, right? That can't make Eberflus too happy. It can't make Eberflus too happy. Maybe Eberflus' response was that you not starting this week, maybe. He didn't start the other week. I think that's maybe worth thinking about. And then Trey said, man, forget this. You got me messed up. Next day, there's a report that say he's going to miss the game Sunday because of a concussion he acquired. Y'all come on, help me finish this at home. Let me type it in again, because the more I think about it, the more ridiculous this is starting to sound. The more I keep talking about it, maybe I should have just stayed off for a minute and then let it all pile up, and then maybe I can make some sense. Because as soon as I heard it, I said, let me go and go live. It happened at home. At home. At home. At home. And something ain't right about this picture. It's just not. That's really all I came to tell y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go on about your day, and I'm quite sure there'll be more things that will come out as we keep moving towards Sunday. But just off the initial thing, this is ridiculous. I let all the other content creators get a piece of it now. Maybe they'll be a little bit more educated in their analysis of it. I'm not saying that you can't get a concussion at home. Yes, you can, but god dang, how? How? I get if something fell on top of your head. I get that. I can get that. I get it. That things happen. I get that. I get if you trip and fall. I can see it, but a full concussion. All right, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all, look, I don't even want to go through it. Just hit the like button. I don't need no cash app. I don't need no stars. I don't need no, if you want to be a member, y'all know what to do. If you want to hit the cash app, you know what to do. It's up to you. I'm not even concentrating on it. I'm just amazed today. I'll be with y'all guys probably tonight, I think, with the OGs. I think. They ain't said nothing. But if we come on tonight, I'm quite sure this topic is gonna come up again. And if it does, I'm quite sure we all have something to say. If not, I'll be with you guys tomorrow, and I'll be talking about this and the games. It's kind of even hard to talk about the game because you got to get through this ridiculous mess first, and then we can talk about the game. This is ridiculous. Don't trade the man. If he don't want to be a gone trade, don't get rid of him. Bye. Don't get rid of him. That's my thing. All right, y'all take it easy, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday. I may be back on tonight with the OGs, may not, but if not, I'll be with you guys tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see you some point before the game starts. All right. This has been at home. This show, the big time show, The Ride, was published and given live right here in the residency of my home at home. I did this. Right now. I'm not nowhere else. I'm at home. Kind of like what Trayvon is right now. I did all this at home. You know, in the comfort. Usually when you're at the house, you're in the comfort of your home. You ain't doing nothing, too crazy. And then, and a millionaire like he is, you can't be careful with where you're doing things at the house. Because, he probably got some real expensive stuff in there. You don't want to tear nothing up and all that. So it's just kind of hard for me to believe that something was, how you can't make this stuff up. This is the Dallas Cowboys. Exactly, Joe. Joe said getting hurt at home is like losing your job on your day off. It don't make any sense. Like only the Dallas Cowboys come up with stuff like this. Only the Dallas Cowboys come up with stuff like this. Do something, Jerry Jones. Man don't want to be here. Get him out of here. Don't even have him on the sideline. Let him stay at home. Today, don't even have him on the sidelines. Let him stay at the house. Give him his pay. He need to be traded by today. Get him on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. This has been the one and only, the Big Time Show, coming to you live at home.